Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stanguru, and in today's video I will be taking you through the Waec digital technology objective questions that we did on the 14th of May 2026. So in this video I will break down one after the other the question with clear and simple explanation. So what you will get in this video is not just the correct answer, but also a full understanding of why each option is correct and why the other options are wrong. So let's get started with the first question. Question number 1. The main components of a computer system are A. Firmware and humanware, B. Hardware and liveware, C. Hardware and software, and D. Software and peripherals. So the correct answer is C. Hardware and software. So I'm going to tell you why C is the correct answer. Now if you look at the C, the physical part of the computer is the hardware, because a computer system is made up of the hardware and software. That is the physical parts and the programs, and we have hardware as the physical part and software as a program. Why firmware and humanware is not the correct answer is because firmware is only a special types of software, not a main component, while humanware is not a technical component of a computer system. Then why D is not the answer is because D, which is the software, is a program which is correct, but the peripherals are external devices like our printer and our mouse, not a core system part. Then if you look at option B, we have hardware, which is correct, but liveware refers to who? The users, not a system component, and that is why option C is correct. So that takes us to question number 2. The results of adding together the examination scores of individual students in a class is a source of dash. A. Reward for the students, B. Information for the management, C. Knowledge for the teacher, and D. Encouragement for parents. So the answer is B. Option B is the correct answer. I will tell you why B is the correct answer. Now if you look at information, when we talk about data plus processing will give us what? Information. So if you look at the question, a process score becomes what? Useful information in the school. So the correct answer is B. Why option A is not correct? Because reward for the student, reward is not the purpose of processing a score. That's it. Reward, the word reward here is not the purpose of processing a score. And option C, knowledge for the teacher. Yes, teachers may learn from it, but it is not classified as information output. Then option D, parents, encouragement from parents. Parents may feel encouraged, but that is not a technical classification. So the correct answer is information for the management, because when we are having data and we process data, definitely what we must get is called information. So let's go to question number 3. Question number 3 says, which of the following is an example of numeric data? Option A, 103, option B, capital A6, option C, 78.50 naira, and option D, 34. The answer is A, 103. I will tell you why A is the correct answer. A is correct because it contains only numbers, and the question says which of them is an example of numeric. So the word numeric means numbers only. So option B is not correct because we have letter A there, which is an alphanumeric data, combination of alphabet and numbers. Option C contain currency symbol, that naira sign. Can you see 78.50 naira? Because of this naira sign, definitely this C can never be the answer. Then option D, which is 34, written in words, not numeric format. This is written in words, so the answer is A. Then question number 4. One primary source of information is what? A. Billboard, B. Experiment, C. Journal, D. Magazine. The correct answer is B. Experiment. I will tell you why B is the correct answer. What is an experiment? Experiment produces what? Original first-hand data, because we observe for us to get it. Why billboard is just like for advertising, not data collection. Journal contains already published research, that's the secondary source. Magazine also contains secondary information. So journal, billboard, magazine, they are secondary source, not primary source. So the answer is B, experiment. Question number 5. The step recogner was developed by who? A. Gottfried Leibniz, B. Emma Olleret, C. John von Neumann, and D. William Schickard. Correct answer is A. Gottfried Leibniz. I will tell you why that is the correct answer. He was the one that invented the early mechanical calculator. He invented it, the early mechanical calculator. Why Emma Olleret is not the answer, because we know him for developing punch card. He's the one that developed punch card. John von Neumann can never be the answer because he's known for computer architecture design. Then William Schickard, that one is the one that built the early calculator, but not this step recogner. So the answer is what? A. So let's choose our correct answer as A. Then number 6, which is the simplest question. The analytical engine and different engine were invented by who? Charles Babbage, of course. Charles Babbage is the one that designed both the early mechanical and computing machine. Though he did not finish designing the different engine before he died, but we know him as the father of computer. Why do we call him the father of computer? Because he designed a machine that has the ability of doing multitasking. So why is Alan Turing not the answer? Why A is not the answer? Because he developed computing theory. Marian Jacquard is the one that designed weaving loom. That's Jacquard loom for sewing. Then Bill Gates, we know him as modern software developer. He's the one that designed that Microsoft Office packages. So the answer is Charles Babbage. So let's go to question number 7. Question number 7. A site engineer plans to buy a new computer system. Which of the following factors will motivate the engineer into choosing a notebook computer over his desktop computer? Option A, cost, convenience, and battery life. Option B, cost, size, and convenience. Option C, size, convenience, and battery life. Option D, size, brand, and battery. The answer is C, size, convenience, and battery life. The answer is C. So I will tell you why option C is the correct answer. Remember that laptops are portable and they are battery powered. So we don't need to consider the cost, because not always cheaper than the desktop. The laptop is not, the notebook computer is not always cheaper than the desktop. So we cannot consider the cost. And also, cost can never be the main advantage. Cost can never be the main. So the advantage there should be the size. Because I can move it from one place to another, and also I will be comfortable. Then the battery life is always battery powered. So we should consider the size, the convenience, and the battery life. Number 8. The smallest unit of data transmission in a communication channel is what? A, nibble, B, hash, C, bytes, D, bits. The correct answer is bits, binary digits. Binary digit is the correct answer. Is the smallest unit, 0 or 1. Why I can never even choose nibble is because we have 4 bits in a nibble, meaning that 4 of a bit will give us a nibble. So bit is smaller than nibble because I will get 4 of a bit in a nibble. And I can even consider hash because it's a measure of frequency. So it's not even a data size in computer at all. It's not even related to data size in computer. So it can never be correct answer. Why I'm not even choosing option C as byte? Because 8 bits give us a byte. That is, 8 of a bit will give us a byte. So the lowest there is bit. So the final answer is D, bit. Question number 9, which is the second. I'm giving you 1 to 10 for our first practical question in this video. 1 to 10. You get solution from 1 to 10. Now let's see, we'll go get the solution from 11 to 20 so that we can have time to understand it. So in question number 9, we have a diagram. Figure 1 is a logic gate. What's a logic gate? A blocks of hardware that can have more than one input variable but produces only one output. Now if you look at this diagram very well, we have a D shape. In a logic gate, whenever you see a D shape, it is called AND gate. So this shape represents AND gate. If I draw a circle, now let me just draw a circle at the back of it. So I'm going to draw a circle. You can see this small oval shape I'm trying to draw here. Once I put it at the back of this D shape, it becomes a LAND gate, not AND gate. Assuming this shape is like this, option B should have been the answer. But because the circle is not there, the answer is A, AND gate, because of this D shape. What of if you have half moon? Let me draw an half moon for you. Though they know how to draw this, but I'm showing you in case we are trying to prove that the answer is A. So look at this shape very well. This is like half moon shape. It is OR gate. Whenever you see a shape like this, it's called OR gate. Now if I draw an oval at the back of this shape, it becomes NOR gate. So look at this shape very well. What do you think the answer should be? A. Definitely the answer is correct. A as AND gate. So that's why we are choosing A. And I'm not going to choose B because there's no circle at the back of it, which is NAND gate. I'm not going to choose C, which is NOR gate, because there's no circle at the back of the half moon. And I'm not choosing D as OR gate because it's not an half moon shape. So that's why the answer is A. Then the last question for today's video is the number 10 question. So number 10, during program execution in the CPU, the instruction is interpreted by what? The instruction is interpreted by what? So option A, we have the control unit. Option B, we have the interface unit. Option C, we have the logic unit. And option D, we have the memory unit. So the final answer in this question is what? The control unit. I will tell you why the control unit is the correct answer and why you need to know that it's the correct answer. Control unit is the one that fetches information and from the RAM and what? Interpret it immediately. That's why we are choosing A as the correct answer, because the question says during program execution, the CPU, the instruction unit is interpreted by what? The control unit. It will fetch the information and interpret the instruction. Why I'm not choosing B as interface unit? Because this one is its own function is to handle communication, and I can never choose C, which is logic unit, because its own is to perform arithmetic and logical operation. I'm not choosing memory unit because you know the meaning of memory. Memory unit means to store data. So that is why I'm choosing option A as the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer because it's the one that fetches information. So I have taken my time to explain each question clearly from 1 to 10, and I've given you the correct answers, and I also show you why each option is correct and why the other options are wrong, so you can fully understand the logic behind it. So if you compare your answer, those people that register for digital technology, if you compare your answer, you should now be able to identify your mistakes and also understand how this Waec set question in digital technology. So if you found this video very helpful, make sure you like this video, share it with your friend, and subscribe to this channel for more Waec questions, because I'm still going to drop one, because the question is 1 to 50 and I did only 1 to 10. So you have to more part of this video will be uploaded soon. So stay connected. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. God bless you.